woman estranged from her husband, do I have the right to drop my husband's surname? Yes, I do. And I have that right under law. But do you know, under that very law, I need a no objection certificate from my husband or a divorce decree if I am to go back to my maiden name. This shock discovery came to us after a woman separated from her husband wanted to drop his name from his name. Much to her and her lawyer's surprise, she was asked to get a no objection certificate from her husband. That is, I don't know who made that rule, but that is, ladies and gentlemen, the rule in this country. The lady in question raised a big objection to this no objection certificate from her husband and then knocked the doors of the Delhi High Court. The court has now sent a notice to the government of India to explain the rationale and logic behind this patriarchal rule. Now, the lady's lawyer is joining me on the show, but before she does, some numbers for you to chew on. No judgment, these are just numbers we have. According to a 2023 survey, 8 in 10 women take their husband's surname post-marriage. By that I mean that almost 80% women change their surnames to that of their husbands. Only 14% keep their maiden name. Ruby Singh Ahuja is the lawyer for the petitioner. She is joining us on the broadcast. Ruby Ahuja, thank you very much for your time. Can I start by asking you how this matter reached court in the first place, and if you were surprised that the notification took this long to be challenged?
Shreya, thank you for having me. Actually, I was very surprised to read the notification, first of all. When my client approached me that she wanted her surname to be changed to be, she wanted to use her maiden name and drop her husband's name. And when we started the process internally and we found out that, we are not able to do this because of this notification, it took me a while as a lawyer, as a woman, to accept that such a notification exists, where it uses word like NOC from husband. So NOC is, for your viewers' benefit, is no objection certificate normally, correct, which is given by authorities. So here you are asking a woman that, hey, if you want to drop my name, you and I may be undergoing a divorce proceeding, we may be living separately, but if you want to drop my name as a surname, then I have to permit you to do that, or our relationship has to end in a divorce. I mean, suppose if you have a divorce decree, then you can give a divorce decree to the authorities. And then because any change of surname or name is not, you have to put it in a gazette at the end of the day. That is where the whole process ends. So we were told that because of this notification, which unfortunately is undated notification, we will need permission from the husband, or so-called NOC from the husband, or once the decree of divorce is there, we can submit the decree of divorce.
Ruby Ahuja, in your petition, you say that asking a woman to produce a divorce decree or a NOC from the husband if she wants to drop her husband's name is unconstitutional. How is this against the Constitution?
See, it's very, very simple. It's basic Article 14 issue. Article 14 says of the Constitution that we have to be treated equally unless we are unequals. Unequals can't be treated equally. But here you're asking a woman to take a no objection. It's highly discriminatory towards a woman when you ask her to do that. There is no such obligation for a man. If he wants to change his name 50 times in life, he can do that. Nobody is asking him to take anybody's permission. So suppose tomorrow a man says, I don't like my name A and I want to change my name B, and he's married. I don't think so there is any notification which says, please ask your wife, does she like your name B? Because when she married you, you were named A. So why is this sort of a and forget, one point is discrimination towards a woman. And I think the language is also very discomforting of using NOC. And thirdly, you have to give your identification proof, which I can understand because it has to come in the Gazette. You have to give your quote unquote mobile number. I can give my Aadhaar card, right? If tomorrow I have to get something published in the government gazette, I understand that I have to give my ID proof. Maybe I have to give my Aadhaar card or some other source of government identity, of course. But to say that I should use the word I mean, what sort of an invasion of privacy is this? I do not understand that the change of surname, what does it have to do with my mobile number? So I think I feel that, it is per se discriminatory. If you see the language is discriminatory, it says a woman will if she wants to change. So it doesn't say that any citizen in India wants to change. Then, there are certain onerous conditions which will apply. We all know when we go and open a bank account, we have to give Aadhaar card, ABCD, whatever other procedure. But those procedures are every other way in every other authority, bank authority, semi-government, not government. Whatever rules are applicable to men and women equally. It's not that you choose to treat women unequally in today's day and age.
So as rules stand right now, till the Delhi High Court rules otherwise, I may be estranged from my husband, my divorce may be long drawn, but until my husband gives me a no objection certificate, I'm forced to carry his name.
Unless he gives you permission. And you go to him and ask his NOC. You have to ask his permission or a no objection certificate, and you will have to file it with that. The question is not whether he will give you permission or he will not give you permission. There are many relationships one has seen as a litigator that, where even in divorce proceedings, people have good cordial relationship. They're very helpful to each other. It's not that everybody is fighting. But the point is, why should I go and ask for a permission? I am using my maiden surname. I was born with it. So, what happens? How does it work? Normally, women these days, I have seen many women don't even change their surname, but some women do change their surname and they add their husband's name. Now you're estranged, your divorce proceedings are going on. Maybe they'll go on for 3 years, 5 years, who knows? But for that 5 years, unless you go to him and tell him that, excuse me, I am your wife. We are not living together. I'm under divorce. We are fighting in court. So, but please give me permission that I want to go back and use my maiden name. I don't think so. It even sounds good.
It doesn't. And therefore, we wish you all the very best with your case. You're fighting the good fight on behalf of all of us. Thank you, Ruby Singh Ahuja, for joining us. We'll wait to see what the Delhi High Court says next. For the moment, it has sent a notice to the central government asking them to explain the logic and the rationale behind this law. Ruby, thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. Coming up next is our election special.